Good morning, everyone. Please rise to welcome the Dean, distinguished guests, faculty, and students of Columbia University's School of International and Public Affairs. Good morning, everyone. Please take your seats. Please welcome our distinguished dean, Karen Yarhi Milo.
Good morning to the families, loved ones, and friends here today. Many of you crossed oceans and time zones to be in these seats. You are not simply witnesses to this moment. You are the reason it was possible. The late night phone calls, the words of encouragement, the sacrifices that deserves to be acknowledged out loud. So graduates, yes, today is about you. But before anything else, let's take a moment and stand and thank the people who helped carry you to this milestone. You can sit down. And now, to the class of 2026. Yesterday at commencement, you showed the entire university that you have the passion, energy, and great vocal cords. So let us hear you again. SIPA graduates, congratulations! Yes, that's the spirit. No one can ever take this achievement away from you. Now, I want to begin with something honest. This is not the world we expected to be handing you. When many of you arrived at SIPA, there was an assumption, not always spoken, but quietly present, that the institutions shaping global affairs were, if imperfect, they were at least durable. That the systems you were studying, trade regimes, development, finance, international alliances, they were the furniture of the world. Heavy, difficult to move. That assumption has taken a beating. In the past year alone, you have watched foreign aid budgets slashed with little warning. Alliance strained by disputes few would have predicted only a short time ago. Multilateral institutions that took decades to build suddenly treated as negotiable. And over all of this, a technological revolution in artificial intelligence is already shaping how governments function, how policy gets made, and even what expertise itself means. Now, I'm not going to stand here and pretend otherwise, but I will say this. Periods of disruption are often the moment when public service matters most. And at a moment when cynicism is often mistaken for wisdom, the decision to enter public service matters deeply. The people who built the post-war international order did not act from a position of stability. They acted in the aftermath of a catastrophe, under enormous uncertainty, trying to build something better before they knew whether it would hold. Now, SIPA was founded at that moment. This school was built to prepare leaders for precisely these kinds of anxious times. Nearly 80 years later, that uncertainty feels familiar again. And I know something about navigating uncertainty, not only as a scholar of international affairs, but somebody who lived it. I came to Columbia as an international student and a first-generation student, carrying ambition, uncertainty, and an accent that, as you can hear, never fully resolved itself. What I remember most from that time is not the coursework, although I do remember surviving the economic sequence with varying degrees of dignity. That's the truth. What I remember is sitting in rooms full of accomplished, confident people and spending part of my energy not only on the work itself, but on a quieter, more persistent question. Do I actually belong here? I suspect many of you know that feeling. Maybe not necessarily the same story, but the same question underneath it. And here's what I can tell you now from the other side of the doubt. I'm told I'm a distinguished professor and a dean, and I have moments when I'm not entirely sure I belong in the room. So really, go figure. But uncertainty, it turns out, is not only a feature of global affairs, it's often where growth begins, in institutions and in people. And while the instinct is to overcome that doubt as quickly as possible, I would encourage you not to erase it entirely. Because a healthy measure of doubt, of humility, of self-awareness, it's not weakness. It is a part of what will make you effective. The world you're entering and the work you're about to do, especially in global affairs and public policy, and especially in polarized times, demands exactly that capacity. The ability to operate in rooms where you are not entirely comfortable, to hold your grounds while remaining open to new ideas, to carry conviction without assuming you alone are right, to resist the urgent psychological need to reach for easy certainty. Discomfort, it turns out, is often where the deepest growth happens. Which brings me to me something distinctive about this class, your class in front of me. Your education was shaped by more than what happened in the classroom. It was shaped by what happened between them, in hallway debates with classmates whose views directly oppose yours, in seminars where you suddenly realized that someone you deeply respected, somewhat thoughtful, informed, and principled, looked at the exact same facts and reached a completely different conclusion. SIPA is a place where ideas are constantly tested against reality. It brings together students from more than 70 countries, diplomats and activists, former military officers and human rights lawyers, people whose countries are in some cases in active tension with one another. You studied international institutions while those institutions were publicly challenged. You learned about trade policy while trade wars unfolded in real time. You sat beside classmates whose lives, families, and countries were directly affected by the decisions being debated in your courses. And somehow, you still had to keep learning together. It was not easy, I know, but you did it. I have heard from faculty about conversations that became deeply difficult. But that probably were the conversation were the most serious and intellectually honest exchanges this school has seen. And I see that same spirit every time I step into the International Affairs building, in the quiet mentorship between faculty and students, in the elevator conversation that sparked the next big idea, in the moment a student finally summons the courage to ask a question in front of 300 classmates and a former Secretary of State. I see it in the Global Policy Challenge, in the SIPA track, in the capstone presentation delivered before global leaders who are so impressed. They call me afterwards just to say what an extraordinary group, an inspiring group you are. Yes, you deserve that applause. You do. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you will not always have that spirit of camaraderie after you live here. Not at the UN, not at a hedge fund, not even at your dream startup. So cherish it and carry it with you. And carry one idea in particular, something you have heard me say before. If you find yourself in a room where everyone agrees with you, you are in the wrong room. Seek out the harder rooms, because that is where you develop one of the hardest skills any leader can learn, which is metacognition. Now, I realize metacognition is not the word most of you expect to hear in graduation ceremony, so bear with me. Metacognition is not simply understanding what you think. It is understanding how you think, how your assumptions and existing beliefs shape your conclusions, how your experience shape what feels obvious to you, how emotion, identity, and bias influence your judgment long before you are being objective, how even the information you choose to notice or ignore quietly shapes the positions you later defend with great confidence. That kind of self-awareness is difficult, for sure, uncomfortable, but it is essential, especially in global affairs and public policy, where the greatest failures often come not from bad intentions, but from certainty left unexamined. The strongest leaders are not the ones who never doubt themselves. They are the ones who are capable of honest reflection while still having the courage to act. Now, this, I would argue, matters even more now, as information becomes abundant, instantaneous, and increasingly generated by machines. AI is transforming how governments operate, how analysis is produced, how decisions get made, which means the real scarcity, the true irreplaceable human skills will not be access to information. It will be judgment. AI cannot do that. It cannot recognize, it cannot recognize when fear is masquerading as confidence. It cannot build trust across difference. It cannot replace the deeply human capacities of moral reflection, humility, and courage. Those capacities that will distinguish meaningful leadership in the years ahead. And yes, and those capacities, those skills, they are precisely what you have been building here. Not accidentally, but through the difficult, sometimes exhausting work of learning alongside people who did not see the world the way you do. Now, if you stay open, if you keep learning who you are as a decision maker, if you continue entering the harder rooms, you develop judgment. You become more capable of acting amid ambiguity without surrendering your principles. The uncertainty, that it will never disappear. but it will simply become stronger inside you. And if you do this work with integrity, there will be moments, perhaps small ones, perhaps invisible to anyone except the people affected, when you realize you made something better. A policy, an institution, a conversation, a life. One day, the moment that challenged you the most here, the ones that unsettled you, pushed you, maybe even shook you, may becomes the ones you value most. The ones that taught you about leadership, about listening, about yourself. Your understanding of this time will continue to evolve long after today. That, my friends, is the mark of a truly transformative education. So let me leave you with this. Take the discomfort that forced you to grow. Take the long arguments that changed how you think. Take the classmates who challenged and supported you through an extraordinary, difficult moment in the world. Take the professors and mentors who pushed you not to simply defend your ideas, but to question your assumptions. And take with you the habit of reflection, the metacognition to understand not only what you think, but how you think. This place will always be here for you, and we will be cheering you on long after today. But right now, the world needs you in those rooms. It needs this class, this specific, battle-tested, 70 countries in one room class to lead with judgment and to do the deeply human work that no algorithm can do for you. Tell me, can you do that? I cannot hear you. Can you do that? Good. Now go show them. Congratulations. Now, as is in our tradition, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce our keynote speaker. Ambassador Eric Garcetti is a proud SIPA alum who has built a career at the intersection of public service, diplomacy, and global engagement. He served as the 42nd mayor of Los Angeles. Anyone from Los Angeles here? Leading one of the world's most dynamic cities through a period of profound economic change, environmental challenge, and civic transformation. He later served as the US ambassador to India. I know, I knew that would get that. Where he worked to strengthen one of the most important strategic partnerships in the world across economic cooperation, climate, and regional security. He now serves as ambassador for global climate diplomacy, focused on one of the defining challenges of our time. Across these roles, his work has reflected a consistent commitment to building partnerships, advancing opportunity, and navigating complexity at both the local and global level. We are honored to have Eric with us today. Ambassador Eric Garcetti.
Well, aren't we so lucky to have Dean Jaramillo as the dean? What an extraordinary speech. Thank you for your leadership of our school. And congratulations, class of 2026. Give yourselves a round of applause. Celebrate. It's a beautiful New York day, huh? I'm so honored to be your graduation speaker here today. Now, you know, you can't have a graduation without three things in order of importance. Graduates, a big stack of degrees, and a speaker. You know, as a SIPA grad, I graduated in 1993, and I know that we had a graduation speech. I can't remember who the speaker was, I can't remember what he said, but we definitely had a graduation speaker. So sit back and relax. You don't have to remember who I was or what I said. Just remember you had a graduation speaker. Fair enough? All right, so let me start my speech by making a confession. When I was 22, I sat in those seats feeling like a little bit of a fraud. Like now, it was graduation day. But you see, I hadn't fulfilled all my graduation requirements. I was one class short. Statistics. In my final semester, I started statistics. I learned about regression analysis and variance. I even passed the first test, picking 2 variables from the General Social Survey and examining the crosstabs in SPSS. You know, I wanted to pursue very groundbreaking research, so my 2 variables were party affiliation and the number of sexual partners in the last year. Truly. And to this liberal student's surprise, contrary to both parties' platforms, Democrats in practice were the most prudish and Republicans the most, well, you know, bon vivant. But unfortunately, the class kind of got away from me, and before the professor could give me a failing grade, I took an incomplete. But SIPA let me walk anyway. I freaking love this school. I left without a diploma until a couple years later I took an easy statistics course in Oxford, sent it in with a prayer, and finally got my degree. I'm still not sure if I'm class of 93 or 95. And I tell you this because statistically speaking, and I know something about statistics now, there are at least a handful of you, maybe a couple or a few, who haven't quite completed your work, but SIPA is letting you walk today. I just want you to know I see you, I feel you, I am you. And I want you to know it's gonna be okay. Now, to the rest of the rule followers here, congratulations on completing your degree. Really breathe this moment in. Be sure to thank your families, your professors, your fellow students. But even as you graduate, I bet most of you are feeling a little stressed. Given the state of the world, how could you not? Because the world seems to be on fire, both literally and metaphorically. Literally, as global temperatures rise, wildfires burn in Japan and in Southern California, where I'm from, as war rages in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. And metaphorically, as the international order seems to be crumbling and democracy in retreat. For the first time in over 20 years, there are more autocracies than democracies in the world. You know, when I graduated, the day was eerily similar, and so was the feeling. The Soviet Union had just collapsed. New nationalisms were emerging. Genocide reared its head in the Balkans and in Africa. And we were sure in a bad economy. That meant that there was going to be no jobs for us as graduates. Sound familiar? But a speaker at that time in the 1990s from the previous generation at my graduation could have said the same thing. You think the 90s are tough? Try living through the 1960s as your political heroes are assassinated, as students fighting for civil rights are beaten and killed, as your own high school classmates were in Vietnam dying. And somebody graduating from the school in the 1960s could have heard from a speaker from the generation before that, the greatest generation, saying, you think this is hard? Try living through a war in which over 100 million people perished, the most ever in human history. I guess my point is that in every generation, at some point, things get pretty screwed up. And every generation has to decide, what will you do? Now, I'm an unabashed optimist. For instance, I think this rain is going to end and there will be sunlight later. But it's also rooted in experience as an academic and an activist, as an elected official and a diplomat. I'm fond of saying that the years teach us things that the days cannot see. And in fact, today, the years are telling us how far we've come. Between my graduation and yours, in this world, extreme poverty has fallen from afflicting more than a third of humanity to under 10%. A child born in the global south today can expect to live roughly 25 years more than her grandmother could. More people can read, more people are vaccinated, and fewer people are dying from war, famine, and pandemic than ever in human history. And if we think at this moment about both American democracy, for those of you who are American, and the world order, as a building, you and I, your grandparents, my parents, have lived in one of the most strongest, most stable buildings that human beings have ever constructed. As the dean mentioned, out of the ashes of World War II, the architects of that generation built something remarkable: the United Nations, Bretton Woods financial system, NATO, a framework of international law covering everything from maritime rules to trade to human rights. Sure, the building had its flaws. The global south felt consigned to the basement too often. The communist bloc contested many of the house rules, but the edifice held. It was my and it was your inheritance, until now. Today, that building is on fire. Some say a political pyromaniac, representing a cynical but powerful strain of thought that everything is rigged and everything is broken, threw a Molotov cocktail and set it ablaze. And in response, what are we doing? We're acting like nostalgic tenants, hoping to stay in the building as it burns, or maybe a little bit better, as firefighters, trying to put out the flame so that we can go back to living the way things were. But we can do neither. Because long before that building caught fire, its foundations were already crumbling, from global changes, from its own contradictions and exclusions, from the loud cries of citizens both in the global north and global south who felt that it never quite worked for them. Class of 2026, we must stop acting like firefighters and tenants, and you must start thinking of yourselves as engineers and architects, building the future that is to come. Now, I get it, it's scary. For 3 generations, human beings haven't had to build a global structure. Here in the US, we haven't had to think about our democracy that way. But this moment demands your brilliance. You didn't call for this moment, but this moment called for you. SIPA itself was built out of that same urgency by traumatized yet practical dreamers who emerged from the rubble of World War II, who believed you could train professionals not just to understand the world, but how to rebuild it. Yes, it's a school of public administration and international affairs, but don't tell the other ones. It's also a school of engineering and architecture. When I attend from SIPA, I learned from some of those architects. Lou Hankin and Oscar Schachter literally wrote the book on international law. Hankin was my professor, and he negotiated the 1951 Refugee Convention. And as a colleague put it, every human being on this planet has found some shelter or affirmation in his ideas. Schachter wrote the legal architecture of the United Nations from its first days, and no one less than Kofi Annan said he did more than any other official to shape the rule of law in our world. My science professor, Wallace Broecker, invented the term global warming, and when I was a student right here, he handed me and my fellow students the very first IPCC report, hot off the presses, saying that this Earth was headed for climate catastrophe. You see, these architects knew, though, that theory devoid of practice means nothing. The brilliance of this place is that SIPA forces you outside its walls. Here, in the Big Apple, New York, it's one of the greatest laboratories of human coexistence that has ever been. When I was a student, New York, like for you, was my second classroom, where I renovated apartments alongside Harlem residents during the crack epidemic, analyzed racial equity in city planning as this became a minority-majority city, marched against an unnecessary war in the Middle East, defended free speech on national television debating a Supreme Court justice, and yes, even took over a building to preserve financial aid for my fellow students. As a side note, I was an undergrad here too. You have to graduate from Columbia College with a swimming requirement, which makes a lot of sense since we're on an island, but a lot of people don't know that you also have to take over a building to graduate, so I did both. Anyway, this world and this school makes work in the larger world. this school makes work in the larger world a graduation requirement, and not just into New York. When it came time for me to fulfill my internship requirement, I turned to a former SIPA student named Louisa Benson Craig, and she connected me with a trip that forever changed my life. Louisa Craig was born in Rangoon in 1941 to a Sephardic Jewish father whose family had come from India, and a Karen mother, one of Burma's largest ethnic minority communities, a people that Japanese occupation and then Burmese military rule would spend decades trying to erase. Her family fled Japanese forces on a 900-mile trek through the mountains. And after the war, as a teenager, she became Miss Burma twice, and the biggest movie star in Burma while her father was in prison. She married a commander of the Karen National Liberation Army. He was assassinated during peace negotiations, thrown from a helicopter. Heartbroken but brave, Louisa went back to the jungle and led his brigade herself at 23 years old. In 1968, she fled Burma and came, guess where? Right here, SIPA. Though she had no undergraduate transcript, this school admitted her on the strength of her lived experience. And in her first year here, she learned she was carrying malaria still from the jungle, and it forced her to take a medical leave. She didn't finish her degree. She settled in California in the early 1970s, raised her children. Her daughter was a classmate of mine, and that's how I know her. And for 15 years, she lived quietly, the way that people live quietly when they're waiting for something they know isn't finished. So in 1988, when the Burmese military cracked down on pro-democracy protesters, Louisa felt compelled back to the struggle. And a few years later, she connected me, a SIPA student studying human rights, with a project training activists in nonviolent resistance, deep in the jungles of Burma in a war zone, alongside some of the most courageous people I had ever met. For 2 summers, I lived with members of this underground, students who had seen their fellow protesters shot and killed, ethnic minorities who survived organized violence in their villages, monks who had taken up the cause of democracy and freedom. One young woman told me that summer, living in America, you know what democracy tastes like. I want to taste it once, just once in my life too. That summer, I taught human rights to these activists, but they taught me that, as Eleanor Roosevelt said so many years before, that human rights globally mean nothing if they don't mean something locally. In places so small they're not found on any human map, the places where we live, where we work, where we play, where we pray, and where we study. So I decided to start small. And a few years later, I ran for local office and was elected to the city council. And every month I went door to door with a group of volunteers to listen to my neighbors' needs and concerns. And I learned you defeat cynicism when you just show up and you listen. And that inspired me to lead Los Angeles, to become the first major city to raise the minimum wage to $15, launch the nation's largest guaranteed income pilot, write the most ambitious Green New Deal in America because I had heard it from my neighbors. And I always carried my own story with me. Like you, I'm complicated, the grandson of immigrants who fled violence and oppression. My grandfather, Salvador, born in Mexico during the Revolution, was carried over the border as an undocumented baby by his mother, fleeing war. How can I not see him in the faces of immigrant families being seized off our streets, even out of our dorms? How can I not see them in the refugee camps of Sudan and Bangladesh? Know your story and hold it close. And know that local action has always been how we prepare the foundations of the next world to come. The biggest things you do won't come from your titles or from your speeches. They'll come from your relationships and your ability to listen, to hear. When I was ambassador in India, I had the chance to address 10,000 Buddhist monks and nuns. This bracelet I got in Bodh Gaya, the town where Buddha reached enlightenment. I thought, what do I have to say to these people of wisdom? But when I thought hard, I said, I know that I've seen power, and let me describe it. And what I came to believe after a lifetime in public service, that real power is not what you hoard, not what you accumulate and keep. Real power is what you're willing to give up and share. In this era of ego and rage, be leaders of humility and love. Be practical, of course. Be practical. Use the skills you've learned. Have strategies and plans, but don't place yourself at the center of the power that you will accumulate. Place your dreams for the world above the dreams you have for yourself. And one last thing, and I say this with love, get off your feeds. Not forever, but enough to see what the algorithm isn't showing you. Take the issue of climate, which I'm working on now, representing the cities of the world in the UN negotiations. If you consume the news, you might think that we are losing the climate fight, that we're on defense, moving backwards. Nationally, the US government seems to have abandoned climate action. Only one country has met the science demanded of the Paris agreements, Denmark. But if you look at the reality at the subnational level where I am, there's a different story. Of the 100 largest cities in the world, including New York and Los Angeles, 75% of them are on track or ahead of track to meet the science of Paris. Here, in this country where it seems so partisan, did you know that 70% of the renewable power installed in the United States last year was in so-called red states, Texas, Florida, and Ohio? Climate Mayors, which I co-founded, keeps growing with Democratic, Independent, and Republican mayors working side by side to protect their communities and ensure their health and prosperity. If you only read your feed, you might think democracy is only in retreat. You might not know about an organization I'm on the board of called Allies, bringing together mayors and citizens in cities globally to rewrite the playbook to defend and promote democracy that's producing victories from Minneapolis to Budapest and beyond. You see, the autocrats and the algorithms feed off of our fear and our anger so that they can control us. You take the control back when you realize that progress has always only emerged from hope and from optimism. So access that. Return always to the community level. Strengthen your roots and start to construct what I call the civic substrate, the prepared ground that makes the next building possible. So build, my friends, don't just firefight. Define yourself by the relationships that you have, not the titles that you will hold. People always precede the policy. The humanity in the room always matters more than the agenda on the table. And share your power starting today. Real power is what you will give up, not accumulate. And be kind to yourself, please, because we don't always fulfill all of our requirements, whether it's a statistics credit or our own dreams of what our lives will look like. The world will not unfold on your timeline. Louisa Craig, the woman who changed my life 3 decades ago, there's a postscript. She came back to SIPA nearly 30 years after she had first arrived here. And as a SIPA student, she worked with Professor Angela Bartoli to help unite ethnic minority groups in Burma's fight for freedom as a student. She started her SIPA degree here in 1968 and finished the degree she had started 30 years before as a member of the class of 1999. And she changed the world in between. Louisa Craig changed the world, just as Lou Henkin did after World War II. You see, you are the ones that we have been waiting for. You are the ones the world has been waiting for. You, my friends, have inherited a burning building, but you're not consigned to merely putting out the flames. You are the generation that gets to decide what is built atop the ashes. So tonight, celebrate what you have achieved. And tomorrow, class of 2026, go and build something. Congratulations.
Eric, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your generous remarks and for sharing the perspective. Dean Yi, we need to look into how we allowed him to graduate without and just that I don't want to see any misquotes in the New York Post tomorrow. You don't need to take over a building to graduate from Columbia College. Just saying. Now I would like to recognize two winners of the SIPA Award for Outstanding Teaching. Drum rolls. For the lecture course category, we have Goksinin Usturkeri for Renewable Energy Project Finance Modeling. Yay! And in the seminar course category, Thomas Christensen for Seminar in International Strategy. I know Tom is not here today. Please join me in congratulating the exceptional mentors and professors. And I would like now to hand it off to our phenomenal Dean of Students, Sue Yi, who will announce the student graduation awards and introduce our student speakers. Dean Yi.
Thank you, Dean Yarhimilo. I'm honored to have the opportunity to recognize our graduating student award winners. After all the awards have been read, I'll ask the winners to please stand for a round of applause. The winner of the Columbia Alumni Association Campbell Award for Leadership and Columbia Spirit is Yedidia Anna Zohore. The winner of the Harvey Picker Prize for Public Service is Maria Luisa Lima. The Dr. Susan Aurelia Gittleson Award for Human Values and International Affairs goes to the capstone Advancing Public Interest AI in Brazil and Latin America team members, Sanjana Arava Mudan, Jonathan Echevarria, Boyana Rose Starchevich, Anshima Varma, Jamal Washington, Mardiantika Kurnia Praditya Wachibun. Next is the Isaac Anderson Rausch Award for Excellence in a Capstone Project for the project Developing an AI Toolkit for Women-Led Small Businesses in Developing and Least Developed Countries. Team members, Elena Carvalho Schmidt, Augustina Cianciarulo, Yasmin Genima, Flora Wren, Rochelle Rumawas, Kamea Scruggs, Zoha Sheikh, Zemo Yang. Our Leo Perry Award for Progressive Sustainability goes to the Capstone Project on French Polynesia's pathway to economic prosperity under the pressure of deep-sea mining. We congratulate Mariana Melo Botello, Rebecca Conley, Muriel Jacques, Adore Knight, Julia Lee, Farhan Oktrayan Saragi, Anna Schneider, Eileen Sun, Salsabila Siliwangi Sutiwa, Yuswan Ye. And finally, we honor the winners of the Raphael Smith Memorial Prize, whose essays will be published in SIPA magazine this fall. Grace Manning, Jamal Washington. Winners, please stand, and everyone please join me in saluting these talented graduates. Thank you. I'm now pleased to introduce your student speakers. I'm going to read both of their bios, and then I'll invite the first speaker up. Alia Khwaja is a Master of International Affairs graduate, concentrating in economic political development with a specialization in UN studies. Raised in the United Arab Emirates and having lived across the United States, Alia brought a global perspective to her role as CIPASA president in 2025, where she focused on free expression, student safety, and strengthening student organizations. At CIPA, she interned with the UN Development Coordination Office and co-founded an app that was a finalist in the CIPA Global Policy Challenge. Following graduation, she plans to continue her work in philanthropy, humanitarian affairs, and international development in New York. Marjan Amiri is a Master of International Affairs candidate concentrating in economic and political development with a specialization in data analytics and quantitative analysis. Born in Afghanistan and raised in Germany from age 15, Marjan brings an international perspective shaped by her work across the public, private, and nonprofit sectors. Her experience includes roles with the German Federal Office for Migration and Refugees, the Youth Welfare Office, and the German Embassy in Canada. After graduating this May, she hopes to apply her quantitative and policy expertise to strengthening bilateral relations between Germany and the United States. And now I'd like to ask Alia to please come to this stage.
Good morning, class of 2026. Thank you, Dean Yarhi Milo, Mayor Garcetti, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, families, and friends for making today possible. It has been the greatest privilege of my life to represent you all, and I am so proud of what we built together. CIPA has a way of making you simultaneously feel like the most fortunate and least prepared person in the room. The readings pile up, the quality of sleep declines, and somewhere in the middle of it all, you wonder if everyone else feels the same. But here's what I have learned. If you are the youngest, oldest, least experienced, or most confused person in the room, you are in the room. You all earned your seat here, quite literally. Over the past 2 years, we have filled classrooms, bars, elevators, and more group chats than we would like to admit, with ideas about how the world works and how it might work better. We came from different countries and convictions, united by a decision to take on responsibility bigger than ourselves. When I applied here, I wrote about drawing inspiration from the founding father of the UAE where I grew up. Sheikh Zayed once said, "The greatest use of life is to spend it on something that will outlast it." That is why we came here. Not for perfection, but to build something. Most of you have arrived here because of so much more than just an application. You crossed oceans, you navigated new systems and ways of life, and built lives in places you were not always welcomed. Whenever I would look at you, our international students, the backbone of this university, I would think of my father who began the same journey 38 years ago. I would not be standing here otherwise, and I could not let this moment pass without dedicating it to him. And the world did not pause while we were here. Laws changed and wars continued near and far. For some of us and students like us across this nation, even the ability to study carried uncertainty. The injustices we experienced firsthand or witnessed from afar, we did not face them alone. These 2 years asked more of us than others, and we did not look away. As your president, I learned from you all how to carry this responsibility. As your peer, I felt the weight of it alongside you. What we leave with is not just a degree. We leave with growth, with friendship, with perspective, and yes, an insane number of LinkedIn connections. The hardest moments here, the stress and the setbacks, they passed. What remains is who we became and the responsibility we carry forward. As we leave, remember these 3 things from our time here. Do not take things personally. Do not lose sight of how far you have come. And do be grateful for the people who knew you were a winner even before you reached the finish line. Many of them are sitting here with us today. Class of 2026, my friends, wherever we go, let us spend our lives building things that will outlast us. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to welcome our incredible classmate, Marjan Amiri, to share remarks with us.
Thank you, Aliyah. Dean Yarimilo, esteemed faculty, honored guests, proud families, and the resilient class of 2026. My name is Marjan Amiri, and I'm honored to speak today. My grandmother was born in a remote village in Herat, Afghanistan. She never learned to read, not by choice, but by the heavy weight of tradition. Yet, she dreamed her daughter would one day get an education. My mother dreamed even bigger. In 1991, she sat in the classrooms of Kabul Polytechnic University, aiming to become an engineer and hoping to one day earn a master's degree in America. But in 1992, her education ended not with her graduation, but with the deafening roar of artillery. The city that was meant to be the canvas for her dreams was reduced to a fractured front line. In a world obsessed with infrastructure and GDP, my mother understood the most vital investment. And instead of building bridges, she built women. In a society that often shamed families for not having sons, my parents raised 4 daughters. My sisters and myself to be fighters. When I fled Afghanistan at 15 without my parents to find refuge in Germany, my father whispered a promise to me. The road is long and dark, but at the end, there is the light of education. I carried those words with me as I tackled a new country and a new language. And as they say, life is too short to learn German. That's true. But 4 years later, I earned my high school diploma in the German language. I went on to complete my bachelor studies across Germany and Vancouver, Canada. Eventually setting my sights on the United States. But in 2021, when the Taliban returned and closed the school doors, To millions of Afghan girls, my mother's message to me was, you are no longer doing this just for you. You are fighting for all Afghan girls. Be their voice on the world stage. When I first walked onto Columbia's campus as a visitor in 2018, marveling at its 272 years of history, I asked myself, does a refugee girl belong in these halls? Am I capable of studying where presidents once sat? When I finally arrived as a student in August 2024, navigating my own doubts and the rigorous hours of economic and political development and data analytics, challenges I know many of you shared late at night in the stacks of Lehman Library, my mother's voice continued to echo in my mind. Persistency matters. Hard work matters. Today, I stand before you to say, we made it. To my dad, who was the biggest supporter of 5 ladies in our house. And to my mom, the bravest Afghan woman I know. I did that for my grandmother, for my mom, for my sisters, and for the millions of Afghan women whose right to education and public life is denied. To the class of 2026, each one of us has navigated our own dark roads to reach this milestone. As we leave SIPA to shape global policy, let us remember that policy is not just numbers on a ledger or words in a treaty. It is the difference between a closed door and a classroom. Let us be the voice for those who are silenced. Let us share future. Let our thank you. Let our shared future be the ultimate victory of light over darkness. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Alia and Marjan, for your thoughtful, moving remarks. You have reflected the spirit of this class with grace, with honesty, and with optimism. And now for the fun part. We will now read the names of the graduates, but just before we do this, can I hear a round of applause for our esteemed, amazing faculty who have done so much to support this class? Yes. They deserve this. All right. So we're going to start with our PhDs. And I will hand it off to John Mutter. Hey, John, here you go.
Thank you very much. This year, we've been asked to be very brief in the interest of keeping this festivities to a reasonable time. I would point out, however, that no speaker has yet kept to their allotted time. There's a timer right down here, and I can see it, big numbers, and nobody has done what we're supposed to do. So, 22 years ago, when we started the PhD in Sustainable Development, honest to God, we didn't know whether it would succeed or not. It was unique, it remains unique. We have many imitators, which I take to be the highest form of flattery. But we have been success, and one measure of success is the placement of our students. Where have they got jobs? Okay. So this gives me the opportunity to call out Rob Metcalf, who is our placement director for the last 2 years and is in large part responsible for where these people got their jobs. So what I'm going to do now is read their names, the titles of their dissertations. In the interest of time, I won't read their dissertations. I could. And tell you where they've been placed, okay? So, to begin with, Hannah Farkas. Yep. She has a postdoc at the Nichols School of the Environment at Duke, and then an assistant professor at McMaster University in the Department of Economics.
Hannah Farkas.
I think we were supposed to do this differently. I think I've broken rules here. Dylan Hogan.
Dylan Hogan.
Dylan will be going to Stanford for the postdoc, followed by another postdoc at the University of Chicago. Hyun Jun. She is, her title of the dissertation is Essays in Policy and Behavior. She'll be a research fellow at the Korean Institute for International Economy.
Hyun Jong.
Jessie Liu.
Jessie Liu.
Essays in Biodiversity and Ecosystem Economics. She is an assistant professor in biodiversity economics at the London School of Economics.
Eugene Tan Perk Han.
Okay, Eugene Tan, Network Games and Policy Design for Climate, Energy and Development. He'll be a postdoc scholar at the University of Calgary in the Department of Economics. And Roberto Zuniga, who's not here, Essays in Climate and Environmental Economics. He'll be an assistant professor in Chile, his home country, at the Catholic University. Okay.
Please welcome Director of Master of Public Administration in Development Practice, Glenn Denning. Please welcome Director of Master of Public Administration, Sarah Holloway.
Thank you. Hi, MPAs. I am honored to introduce today's MPA graduates. As a fellow SEPA MPA, I feel a special connection to your journey. You came to SEPA to fix what's broken in the world, to have an impact, and you're leaving with the knowledge and the tools to actually do it. You know that real change takes rigorous analysis and radical imagination, and most of all, empathy, centering on the voices of those most affected. As MPAs, I know you will do this uniquely well. You are off to do amazing things. SEPA MPAs always do. Congratulations, SEPA class of 2026. I am so proud of you. The world needs your energy and empathy and your leadership now more than ever. Now presenting the MPA graduates.
Now presenting Master of Public Administration candidates. Abdulaziz Alamri. Jala Abdullayeva. Siti Najiha Ahmad Fikri. Huda Al-Ali. Amna Alameri. Ahmed Al-Barki. Abdulaziz Fahad Al-Harbi. Fatima Al-Kayadi. Najla Al-Svailem. Arwa Al-Lutaibi. Iris Ann. Claire Rayong An. Lugis Andrianto. Zakiatul Anisa. Sanjana Aravamudan. Jack Arnold. Zainab Asgarli. Muhammad Hafid Ashari. Luke Ayamga Atazona. Halima Orangzeb Abbasi. Otto Bahke. Carly Bainbridge. Muhammad Amir Bajwa. Jose Roberto Baldivia Jr. Omotola Bamidele. Zachary Baum. Maria Bejarano. Thomas Bender. Yamina Ben Naum. Sam Bertini. Ron B. Giulio Bianco. Alexander Bitterman. Hannah Bloomquist. Roman Eddie Arthur Boireau. Netitoran Borirak. Kiara Brecca. Amalia Cicerina Budiman. Alexander Boot. Tianyi Tsai. Rory Callison. Richard Carrion. Catherine Casasa. Andres Castillo Quintana. John V. Chanda. Gate Chawla. Ariel Minjun Chen. Ming Yua Chung.
Ben Boschwick.
Hayan Cho. Olivia Gayon Choi. Jack Christofferson. Rachel Cecilia. Carter Dean Cooper. Catalina Correal Aguilera. Dean Dye. Madison Lee Davis. America de Flores Matute. Amélie de Leon. Hermine Durand. Charlotte Bacchetta. Leo Elaluf Levener. Genevieve Krieger. Emily Ellison, Kayla Ermani, Mariam Falemban, Andy Eka Iftitah Nordin, Imtisal Hussein, Abi Rafti Insani, Muriel Jacques, Suleiman Jamil, Yunur Jiang, Eden Kaduri, Ying Jia Kei, Takatora Kiyu, Victoria Klinger, Amiya Kumar, Karina Lagis de Altavilla Peralta, Alexandra Lamirande, Bridget Lang, Kenneth Lau, Natasha Lasut, Dimas Laswanda, Liam Lau, Romain Lacoz Gonzalez, Juliette Lee, London Lee, Mateus Ferreira, Matthew Flower, Samantha Hope Fong, Balazs Gajbie, Devin Gallagher, Hao Gao, Peijo Lee, Hanlin Lee, Yufei Lee, Cecilia Fengyu Lee, Kayla Lichman, Maria Luisa Lima, Clara Limongi, Hanfei Liu, Jiaorui Liu, Fang Yuan Lu, Sihui Lu, Sheena, Xinwen Liang, Manvi Luthra,
Arushi Malik,
Laura Geiger, L'Oreal Georgetown, Matthew S. Gerson, Rachel Gloriosa, Arlisa Natania Gracia, Jonathan Griffin, Santiago Archila Guerrero, Lingxin Guo, Sirui Guo, Zijing Coco Guo, Giovannia Clotaria Gunterres Ornai, Fenit Hapte, Jakub Haluska, Stephen Hankins, Shay Howe, Maya Nair Hartman, Galu Octania Hata, Yijia Hu, Yannick Hochleitner, Isabel Ni Ho, Chen Hao Shu, Alyssa Hu, Yuhui Huang, Yifeng Huang, Naz Hussein, Khalil Osei Akwasi Ibrahim, Esmira Iskandarova, Anushka Jain, Swasti Jain, Catherine Kang, Yashin Kang,
Yasmina Mail, Natalia Martin, Olivia Mason, Sarah Matthew, Yohei Matsuo, Mark McCormick, Audrey Gildersleeve Meekin, Pranav Mehta, Renata Mercado Lopez, Noel Merritt, Francesca Michelli, Ana Montañez, Lena Morse, Takuya Murakawa, Shudufadzo Musida, Juliet Alicia Nadis, Chloe Lucia Nemo Ramirez, Risky Noor, Victoria Maiello Occhialini, Jaylee Packer, Joao Paulo Palermo, Sneha Pale, Micaela Pangzarui, Javier Romualdo Perez Garcia, Matthew Pericone, Josefina Pido, Jeremy Ponak, Catherine Priscilla, Jun Pu, Setra Purba, Yu Chao, Ruby Chu, Shi Chu, Enrique Reichman Policar, Shazia Azmat Fatima Rehman, Michelle Wren, Yehua Wren, Charles Roberts, Agnia Dima Rokmawati, Gabriel Rodriguez Leva, Rochelle Rumawas, Arnav Sahai, Aziza Salaudin, Vincent Saputo, Farhan Oktrian Saragi, Arshia Sani, Anna Schneider, Kamea Scruggs, Shubhalaxmi Sen, Iman Jamal Shah, Fariha Shamim, Shashank Shamshabad, Ruishu Shang, Zoha Sheikh, Ethan Shinker, Anshu Shrestha, Jamil Tariq Siddiqui, Juanita Selva, Elizabeth Simai Bang, Navya Sinha, Sneha Sinha, Agatha Malona Situmorang, Diana Slobodian, Emma Smith, Avisha Somu, Liu Song, William Sormin, Divya Sridhar, Benjamin Streletsky, Haiyue Sun, Eileen Sun, Shravani Survase, William Nylan Terry. Vera Tatchai Chawalit. Shinhya Tian. Catalina Toro. Mauricio Trujillo. Achilles Tsirgis. Kazuhiko Utsumi. Alejandra Valdivia Espinoza. Mariana Vale. Trinity Chunche Va. Valentina Vidato. Pedro Villa. Alessia Villani. Paul Villaverde. Pedro Villa. Arthur Vregem. Chengxi Wang. Hanfei Wang. Ruoyun Wang. Yichun Wang. Jamal Washington. Anusha Wanganu. Max Weber. Anusha Wanganu.
Tao Chen.
Shuoyong Wang. Lei Wei. Raden Gigeh Garuda Wibisana. Jia Yi Wu. Tian Tong Wu. Mingsun Xi. Zheng Yang Xi. Shu Shu. Ziming Shu. Shu Jin Yan. Sarah Yang. Shinyi Ye. Tatsuru Yasui. Yu Swan Ye. Federico Yepes Chica. Lu Yin. Christy Yin. Sophia Yu. Chen Yu Yuan. Fang Kiao Yuan. Jenna Yun. Mateo Zarate. Changran Zhang. Feifei Zhang. Ira Zhang. Hongbo Zhang. Kexin Zhang. Shuoren Zhang. Tian Rui Zhang. Yimeng Zhang. Zhiki Zhang. Ruobing Zhao. Shueru Zhao. Sihui Zheng. Xinyi Zhou. Kaiwen Zhou. Chenru Zhou. Kylie Zhou. Ge Zhou. Ting Zhang.
Yungkai Liao. Shi Ziqi Huang. Iris Chu. Please welcome Director of Master of Public Administration in Economic Policy Management, Arvid Lukuskas.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am, in fact, Arvid, so we got this right. The program in Economic Policy Management is an intensive one-year program for experienced professionals. It was founded in 1992 in conjunction with the World Bank. Our students pursue a comprehensive, rigorous, and data-driven curriculum focused on economic policy, covering topics such as central banking and renewable energy. In today's volatile world, we need impactful leaders like the graduates you are about to meet to design policies that help spur economic development, secure energy for our future, and maintain macroeconomic stability. Graduates, it's been an honor being part of your intellectual journey. Please join me in congratulating the PEPM class of 2026.
Now presenting Master of Public Administration in Economic Policy Management candidates. Sulaiman Al-Nasser, Abir Imad Al-Saleh, Gada Al-Yahya, Kanwal Batul, Kusuma Budiraju, Lina Maria Contreras, Ana Laura Contreras Meza, Antehun Eshetu Desho, Solomon Ejala, Entisar Eldali, Frida Pearl Enam Bogla, Angela Gimiri, Adil Sultan Kadri, Zhishuan Liao, Clemence Elise,
Zahid Hussein Mario, Sanskriti Parashar, Sangun Ryu, Malik Jabran Tariq, Aporv Tewari, Justin Jerome Vale, Yuchi Vicky Wang,
Please welcome Director of Master of Public Administration in Environmental Science and Policy, Stephen Cohen.
I am delighted to present today the 2026 graduates of the MPA in Environmental Science and Policy. Unique among public policy students in the United States studying environmental policy, these graduates have completed a summer of environmental science and are prepared to be the scientifically literate analysts and communicators of environmental policy that we need, and to be effective managers of environmental and sustainability programs. They will be the sustainability professionals who will transition the world economy to one based on renewable resources. Their generation will end the climate crisis and preserve the planet for future generations. They are the 24th class to graduate from this program, and they are talented, global, and mission-driven. Their faculty join me in congratulating them and their families for reaching this important milestone.
Now presenting Master of Public Administration in Environmental Science and Policy candidates. Erica Albert, Joshua Argentine, Yelena Arkangelskaya, Christopher Arroyo, Laura Bookstaver, Aaron Calzadilla Sarmiento, Alicia Carmona Cornejo, Brendan Chapko, Heshin Chen, Diana Chipak, Peyton Chu Elin. Michelle Antoinette Cimino. Tarly Don. Mayra de Roussan. Giacomo Di Capua. Alexander File. Margot Francini. Francine Gordon. Ismail Hidayat. Maxwell Howland. Yichun Huang. Laura Ann Hughes. Pavia Katyal. Madison Kerbeck. Muskan Kamani. Haejin Kim. Carrie Kim.
Leah Indumi Kyoko.
Chandra Kiran Lakshmisha. Yanrong Lee.
Amelia Marquez. Kapil Kumar Narula. Adriana Enahe. Purnima Pandian. Ansha Pathak. William Luke Piazza. Noam Joshua Shapiro. Anna Roxana Spanache. Anders Spital. Abubakar Suleonibo. Michael Tersini. Samuel Thanasi. Leslie Tillman. Wangxi Shu. Yineng Young. Ashley Yoon. Beiyi Zhou.
Please welcome Interim Co-Director of Master of Public Administration and Global Leadership, Jason Bordoff.
Thanks. Good afternoon. On behalf of myself and Professor Sarah Holloway, who co-directed this program this year with me, it's my privilege to recognize the graduates of the MPA in Global Leadership. It's a remarkable group of people from different countries, from different sectors, different life experiences. They came to SIPA already very distinguished leaders in their respective fields, and they leave with an even deeper capacity now to lead, to serve, and to make a positive difference in the world. It's been so impressive for me and Sarah to watch how over the past year they have built the kind of supportive, collaborative community that is too often missing in global public life today. So if you want to feel a little more optimistic about our ability to do what Ambassador Garcetti talked about, to find common purpose, to tackle today's most pressing challenges, you should spend a little bit of time with the people who are graduates today of the MPA in Global Leadership. Please join me in congratulating them.
Now presenting Master of Public Administration in Global Leadership candidates. Daryl Alfred. Fahima Atauna. Russell Banzit. Hyun Shik Chung. Nathaniel Habte Daniel. Dinara Dutt Bayeva. Eric Dysart. Nasser Fakhro. Sylvia Ferrari Aboud. Annie Marie Gergi. Jennifer Ilanit Ghibli. Dana Ginsberg. Hani Iqbal. Edmund Janiger. Ezeldine Kamel. Caleb Joseph Lazar. Elam Leshem.
Holly Madzoki. Subhasmita Mishra. Karen Pang. Premika Posa. Vincent Pulio. Carlos Puerta. Var Sadeh. Gillian Sagansky. Parul Saklani. Tilek Salibayev. Ali Yasin Serdar. Hyunuk Shin. Aslog Arna Sigurbjörnsdottir. Eldad Tzadak. Ashutosh Upadhyay. Vincent Wilson. Sardor Yusupov.
Please welcome Director of Executive Master of Public Administration, William Imika.
Good afternoon. For 28 years, EMPAs have handled the very difficult SEPA curriculum while also working full-time, taking care of their families, and working in their home communities. They become a very tight-knit group. They spend Saturdays here mostly alone and weekday nights from 6 until 9 p.m., but they fought through it. They're here. They're already making the world a better place, and armed with the SEPA degree, I'm very optimistic about the future. Please welcome and say congratulations to the EMPA class of 2026.
Now presenting Executive Master of Public Administration candidates. Adebambo Adesanya. Vinod Kumar Agarwal. Faisal Alabdulgader. Jasmina M. August. Lily Britt. Austin Cartagena. Joyce Chen. Tong Chen. Anna Chang. Mira Davidovitz. Amory Dujardin. Jonathan Kroll Dunn. Eric Feldman. Isha Flores.
Thomas Herrera.
Sarah Herman. Stoon Nay Toon. Kayla Huppert. Spencer Lau. Caitlin Helen Lewis. Ricardo Lombera.
Emily Mori. Alfonso Mejia. Kirsty Miranda. Anna Maria Montes. Ramakrishna Paruchuri. Ania Pritchard. Brandon Valentino Ramirez. Sarah Victoria Santana. Itai Singer. Katie Steinbach. Nicholas Suarez. Marta Torelli. Reina Umlauf. Eric Wilson. Jenny Zhao. Jinhong Ji. Xiyun Zhou. Gabriella Zonenschein.
Please welcome Director of Master of Public Administration in Development Practice, Glenn Denning.
Development, at its core, is the fulfillment of human potential. The underlying factors that constrain human potential, poverty, hunger, inequality, climate change, human rights violations, conflict, and more, can be found throughout the world. No nation has been spared. In many places, conditions have worsened in recent years, and some traditional, institutional, and financial instruments for combating those challenges have diminished or are threatened. But make no mistake, the work of fulfilling human potential is more important and more needed than ever. New models of partnership, financing, and delivery are emerging with the potential to generate more resilient and lasting development outcomes. To advance development, we need to begin with a vision of a better world. We draw on the evidence of what's possible. We develop effective implementation strategies. We mobilize people, institutions, technologies to support these strategies. We attract and deploy finance, and we establish systems of monitoring, evaluation, and research to better inform implementation. Collectively, these actions constitute development practice. And for 17 years, SEPA has prepared early career professionals to serve as development practitioners in the public, private, and not-for-profit sectors, to negotiate, communicate, coordinate, manage, inspire, and lead these actions in more than 70 countries around the world. It is now my great pleasure to present the MPA in Development Practice Class of 2026.
Now presenting Master of Public Administration in Development Practice candidates. Amina Ayub. Studi Banga. Dana Bareka. Divya Budihal. Maria Serdio. Shin Lin Chung. Agustina Cienciarulo. Rime Kui. Shruti Das. Shifa Ali Deshpande. Archana Dinakar Bala. Tamor Ehsan. Charles Falajiki. Balkis Fazia. Misha Gandhi. Yasmin Ganima. Shalene Guan. Ritishma Gurung. Yotin Jain. Minju Kim. Yohei Kobayashi. Darshana Krishnamoni. Anushri Rani Lamsal. Anna Lazenby. Yini Lee.
Ashwarya Mal. Grace Marr. Sofia Matar Monteiro de Carvalho Guimarães. Subin Moon. Resti Muthia. Priscila Teresa Nandita. Meiwa Narumi. Jinhyun Park. Jenny Park. Shubhangi Prasad. Dita Kumala Ratri. Grace Mariana Rector. Soumya Sahai. Garima Sahani. Sutakarn Sankajorn. Anushka Satyajit. Nupur Savani. Vriti Sauni. Paramita Sekartaji. Adiraj Singh. Helen Ibing Suan. Ramadantika Rosinanur Tuasikal. Taijong Wu. Jen Zheng. Jining Zhang.
Welcome to the stage, Director of Master of International Affairs, Rumela Sen.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is my distinctive honor to introduce to you the MIA graduates of SEPA class of 2026. Countless PowerPoints, papers, and problem sets later, you did it. Congratulations. It might seem like you're entering a turbulent world. If it looks chaotic, you're not wrong. It is. The theories of democracy, conflict, war that we studied in the class seems to be questioned in the news every day. Our case studies have become current affairs. Everything is changing. So let me quote to you something that doesn't. In the world of Winnie the Pooh, promise me you will know that you are braver than you believe, you are stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think. Get your degrees and go change the world. SEPA class of 2026, congratulations.
Now presenting Master of International Affairs candidates. Marjan Amiri. Jamal Abed Al-Qadir. Roya Abedi. Carlos Ivan Aguilar Rocha. Juna Amia. Ahmed Aladwani. Diana Catalina Arevalos Sea. Solène Pauline Marie Aubert. Rukhsar Balhi. India Sophia Barcella. Harley Bean. Noah Bennett. Samuel Bennett. Tudor Boanda. Aruzhan Boranbayeva, Giselle Madison Bradshaw, Haley Brathwaite, Tandeka Brigham, Batu Buyuk Bezci, Micaela Carolina Camarena Berdia, Elena Carvalho Schmidt, Jiayi Chen, Michaela Cheng, Ariel Cheng, Hyoeun Choi, Rung Ying Chu, Eden Cohen, Sarah Cohen, Rebecca Conley, Samuel Dabb, Ramin Dinsa, Amy Doring, Kyle Dejinski, Samuel Dumesh, Jonathan Echevarria, Anton Ekelund, Jonathan Epstein, Jenner Fan, Zafon, Noah Wright Fay,
Muhammad Juani Fernanda,
Seneca Hashim Forch, Lika Gegenava, Vitus Goetz, Leigh Green, Emily Grip, Megha Gupta, Marco Gutierrez Rosales, Isis Hernandez Moreno, Charlotte Ho, Brett Hiska, Mohammed E. Ibrahim, Kate Jasensky, Jianni Jiang, Yuchen Jin, Trevor Jones, Anushka Joshi, Akshay Kalyan, Kiran Kaur, Ian Kearns, Benjamin Ryan Kava, Eleanor Keefe, Nonya Kedder, Kenny Koo, Alia Khwaja, Han Wen Ko, Maximilian Kohlroser, Ting U Gu, Oh Yun Kwan, Alexandra Lau, Apisara La Aria, Julia Lee, Siyun Lee, Taeyoung Lee, Naomi Lester, Joseph Levine, Seiring Lamo, Mary Light, Zhaonan Lin, Moya Rose Lindsay, Felix Lorenz, Jennifer Lubwama, Brittany Renee Luterbach,
Gülay Malkoç, Janvi Manek, Rahmatullah Mangal, Grace Manning, Nyesha Martin, Florence Martin Ferenczi, Daniel McCormack, Sabina Mereyeva, Layli Milani, Shreya Mithal, William Moran, Odalis Aleni Morfin, Yumi Moria, Teha Mufti, Victoria Bui Muti, Tembo Nakamoto, Helena Narisu, Mai Nishihara Koga, Hanan Nurzai, Max Ober,
Sarah O'Connell,
Chie Okugami, Deepak Padmakumar, Paramitha, Legerland William Parker, Teresa Parson, Sajan Patel, Xiao Han Peng, Wahyu Perdana, Isabella Pirete Furtado Pereira, Nasak Bongsi, Austin Pulan, Ariadne Mael Novariani Putri, Yunje Chen, Kellen Quintana, Tanya Raghu, Catherine Randall, Flora Wren, Andres Revis, Ali Rizvi, Louise Rosenberg, Dominique Rowinski, Celia Sada, Guillermo Sada, Brooke Minoli Samaratonga, Luis Eduardo Schipper Voldman, Elizabeth Schmeissner, Tevin Skeet, Adam Schwarzfarb, Vorada Sokatianorak, Scott Yifan Song, Simran Shrivastava, Boyana Rose Starchevich, Anders Staxon, Peter Wang, Elisa Stefani, Geronimo Sudarski Restrepo, Jennifer Sa, Sewan Sanu,
Valerie Tabraj Harachi,
Ellen Wang, Amina Tokakova, Diane Wilson Pueyo, Michael Tamburo, Cindy Tan, Ying Yi Tan, Mia Tellman,
Patia Tantanapat, Barun Totli,
Sofia Tomacruz, Anna Torpy, Ariana Van Gelder, Roxana Verachrami, Maxim Vishnyovsky, Qianwei Wang, Wani Rosa Wang,
Yifei Wang,
Kazuma Washio, Amy Watkins, Jianan Wu, Li Xingxie,
Li Mingyang, Zimo Yang, Songjun Yu,
Claire Yo, Raquel Yaffe, Miriam Youssef, Miranda Zanoni, Pika Lingji Zhang, Yang Xinyi Zhang, Yedidia Anna Zohore, Ibrahim Zubairi,
Yiwei Gao,
All right. Do you still have energy? Now, Let me say this. I hope the celebrations over the past week, and especially today, were everything you hoped they would be. And as one of my favorite singers reminds us, I don't know who that is, but you probably know, hold on to the memories. They will hold on to you. Hold on to the memories. They will hold on to you. Savor this moment, the friendship you built, the challenges you overcame, and the experience you shared at SIPA that will stay with you long after today. Congratulations, the class of 2026. Let me hear you.